NFL 23, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
Bridgewater going to throw right away. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Bills are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their 1st drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession. Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That 1st down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play fake. Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We always talk about the guy who came off the play. That we got caught it and ran it. But how about the elements of going and making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Second down and 5. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. No score after one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Phillips, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw is Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
All right, go get him now.
after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant around, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, Singletary right side. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Allen going to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now Allen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. Throwing. Now Davis fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. A final shot before half for Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats for that first half for Miami. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Play action. Now it's Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
On 2nd and goal, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the 2nd half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again. And they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen now looks to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. On the counter, this is Singletary. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Allen off the play fake. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
First down, Bridgewater. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Bridgewater on first down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Mostert.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
They complete it to Hill. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On second down, Cook.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Singletary again. Room here to run. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.